Hey guys, long time no see, and I do want to apologize for that. Last week was very emotionally draining for me, and I was not up for vlogging when the weekend came around. Like, I was just not up for it. I tried to do it so many times. I even like recorded a couple times and just didn't work out, and I'm just like, I can't do this. But update, your boy got his hair dyed. I love it. I really do. It's so awesome. I've been wanting to do this for a while now. I might still not be 100% here right now, but I really want to get this video to you guys because it's all about coming out, what you can do, how you can do it, how you can like cope if you have negative repercussions from it, and just anything that can really help you out. And that's my goal. That's my goal, is to help you guys with all your stuff, specifically with coming out, because I have had to come out twice. I didn't have to. That's one of the things, though. You never have to come out. So I'm just gonna say that now. I have a front and back list of things I want to talk about, plus a little index card. So this video is gonna be longer than most of my videos, and most of my videos have reached the double-digit time range, or like average 15 minutes. So thank you for watching them since they're so long, but this one might double that because I'm trying to like put basically like 3 different video topics into one. Okay, first things first, coming to terms with who you are. So with me personally, I'm one of those people that has known that they like living since they were a wee lad. Yeah, and I was always the tomboy. I always wore guys' clothes throughout my lifetime. I'm gonna go back and forth between identifying that I like women and being okay with being trans. Like they're gonna overlap a lot in this video. So ever since I was little, I've known that I liked women and that I felt like a guy. Mainly because when I was little, I had mostly guy friends. I would just be a guy all the time. I had short hair, just felt more relatable to guys than girls. But yeah, when I was 5, I tried to convince people to call me Max because there's a movie out called Max Keeble's Big Move that was really popular back then, and I love that movie when I was little, so I was like, call me Max, or like whatever. And it concerned my kindergarten teacher, and she called my mom in for a parent-teacher conference about that, and my mom's like, whatever, let her do her thing, like, no one cares. And like that was it. Like my mom was just like, I don't care, it's whatever. And that was the conversation. But my kindergarten teacher was very concerned. And I was like, okay, that's whatever. And when I was like in that age, you don't know what anything is, but deep down I knew what I wanted. Toward the 1st through 3rd grade, I still thought I was a guy, but like I feel like this is how my brain process works. I knew I was a girl, felt like a guy. Like I knew. Like just because I was told to go to the girls' bathroom and just based off I was told, but I guess I really didn't like it, or I always fought against it. Like I always fought against dresses. Oh my god. And the biggest fights that we got into was wearing shorts underneath the dress, like actual like soccer shorts, and for the dress to have sleeves. I would not wear a dress that was like tank top, like that was all that was there, and I would not wear something if it didn't cover my underwear. It was so awful. I feel like I'm a guy, like I've always have, but I knew physically I wasn't. However, I felt like I was gonna turn into one anyway. I don't know, my thought process when I was younger was very obscure about myself, and I had no clue. I would tell girls that I liked them, but there was actually this one girl who got so freaked out, and I think I got like more attached to her than I did like other girls, but she got really freaked out, and she got freaked out so much that she told our counselor, our elementary school counselor, and then I decided to start going to counseling at my school, at elementary school, and I'm just like, what the fuck, man, this is stupid. I did have short hair. And like when you go to the restroom, you have to take a buddy with you because it's the buddy system, blah blah. And like if I was ever like with a big group of my friends that were girls and they dared me to go into the boys' bathroom, like I wouldn't hesitate, I'd just walk in. Like it was like I'm one of the guys, like what's up? So it's like if I walked in, they wouldn't really care, like they'd freak out because it's like, oh my god, there's a girl in the bathroom. But it's like at the same time, it's like, hey, that's my man right there. If I was dared to go into the boys' bathroom, didn't care, just did it, whatever. Oh my god, my head, I had such a horrible internal war in elementary school, you have no idea. But yeah, then 4th and 6th grade, bullying happened. Bullying was a thing, bullying was not fun. It was mainly 3rd and 4th grade. 3rd grade is when it started, 4th grade was when it really escalated, and 5th grade was when it got god-awful, and then it stopped at the end of 5th grade. Because the bullying started in 3rd grade, you can even tell by my elementary school pictures that I am not going to put in this video, that my hair gradually grew longer, starting in 4th grade. So because of the bullying and all the gender misidentifications that I was going through, my mom decided, you know, let's grow your hair out, see this doesn't happen, blah blah. I didn't want to. Like, I was like, I want to keep it short, blah blah blah. Yeah, growing my hair out made me sad. And it was the awkward length, like it wasn't bob, but 4th grade bullying was awful, to put it in the least terms. Awful, just god awful. I feel like my whole life I've just been trans. Like I've never been a lesbian, I was just trans. And being a guy, you're supposed to like women, or that's the heteronormative thing. I think I've just grown up my entire life being a straight guy. But yeah, in 5th grade, the bullying just got a lot worse. There was this one time, the girls that used to bully me in 4th grade moved away because they were military families, but these 2 new girls who I knew, and my friend was friends with them, kind of thing. I was in school-age childcare, which is SAC. I just had it. I was on the verge. I was tired, I was sick of it, and I had had enough. And one day, they just insulted me to the highest level. They just told me how, like it is, like how they saw it, and gave me the biggest insult of all. Like, if I was told this insult today, I would smack them in the face. No hesitation, you were gonna get clocked in the face. I was in 5th grade, I'm not that person now, so I was just at my wit's end. I felt alone, scared, and I really hated myself. I had friends, but they weren't close. I had these 2 dipshit girls making my life miserable. I had it. I was miserable. I just couldn't take it anymore. After they insulted me, I went up to someone and whispered in their ear, I am going to bring a gun to school and kill them and then kill myself. And someone else overheard that and told the director of SAC. I made a really huge threat at 11 years old, 10 or 11. So I can't remember if it was like that afternoon or a few days later. I think it was that afternoon. My dad left work early to come to the school at like 3 or 4 in the afternoon with the principal. To like have a meeting with the principal, and I was there like in the meeting itself because they wanted to talk to me too. And the principal was like, I don't remember the entire thing, but the principal said, you know, this is wrong, you can't do this, blah blah blah. Then the SAC director came in and started talking to me, and they were talking about punishments for me. That's what needs to change about this fucking school system, is like focus on the goddamn bully and make the victim feel better. Like, I understand what I did was wrong, but at the same time I should not be getting punished for it, for being tormented and hating myself. So, you know, so that part needs to change in the school system. My punishment ended up being that I was suspended from SAC, not school. I almost got suspended from school, but I got just suspended from SAC for 2 weeks, meaning I just couldn't go. And on the drive home, my mom called my dad gave me the phone, and my mom was crying because I had just, my action was I wanted to kill people and then kill myself. Like, I was I'm the person you hear on television kind of thing. And all be all, I was suspended from SAC and I got grounded for 2 weeks. The good thing that came from this is that the SAC director actually took action towards the girls that were being mean to me. And I can't remember if they apologized to me or not, but she did make them stop. And ever since then, I was not touched. And another thing was that I didn't have soccer because I got a knee injury and I had to sit out for a few months. So not having soccer, not having friends, and being bullied, like, it was just, 5th grade was the epitome of my life. Got back into soccer, my knee injury improved. Like, I got a knee brace, physical therapy a few times, And yeah, so everything got better. And I met my best friend to this day. She's still my best friend. So we've been best friends for like 8 years. We've been best friends for 8 years. It's awesome. And then she took me under her wing, and we had so much in common. We still do, and I love her to death. So the whole premises behind why I was bullied was that I was a tomboy. Like being a trans kid, they didn't like it, and they thought it was weird, and they thought blah blah. So I took matters into my own hands and threatened people, which I do not recommend doing. It's not okay. That's just my experience. My story thus far sounds any familiar to yours or how you feel? Good. Not good, but like I'm glad that like we can relate. Then I hit puberty, which means middle school, which means by the time I got to 6th grade, my hair was down to here. It was long, it was gross. Never took my hair out of my ponytail, ever, because I wanted the feeling of it being short. And that was as close as I could fucking get. I still force myself to like guys even though I like girls. Like, imagine going up to one of your guy friends who is straight and forcing them, like, tell them to like guys. Basically what happened. Started shopping in the women's department or like the tween area or whatever you want to call it. But I found women's clothing that was like tomboy-ish. I tried. I really did. I tried to find men's clothing like that was made into the female version. I don't know. I tried so hard not to get women's clothing. Based on like how I appeared emotionally, you could tell that I was enjoying life. Like, I was really happy all the time in middle school. I had great friends. I met a lot of new friends, and I just looked like I was really enjoying myself, even though internally I was like, ugh, help. Middle school, I still liked women. Forced myself to like guys. Guys didn't like me back because I was a tomboy. Guys don't like tomboys in middle school. Fast forward freshman year, still had long ass hair. And I had my first boyfriend. I also came out to a friend for the first time. Then I gradually came out to my second best friend, who I've been friends with for 7 years. Struggling, a lot of internal hate, a lot of internal war, lots and lots of, I'm a straight man trapped in a fucking woman's body. That is not okay. Ugh. I hate it. I'm not gonna say I forgot about being a guy, I just kind of accepted that I was a girl, but that I like girls. I never liked the term lesbian. I came out to my mom freshman year. I developed crushes on girls all the time. Sophomore year, I kind of started just coming out to people I felt close to, and they were all okay with it. So it felt like a guy subconsciously, but I kind of just buried it away for a while because I thought I was just gay. I didn't think I was a guy anymore, I just thought I was gay. So I just went with that. Junior year, now my mom has known that I was gay since freshman year, so now it's junior year, right? And the junior year, I was really coming into my own. My junior year was actually like, I'm finally here, I finally feel good about myself. Like, honestly, I did. It was pretty awesome. I didn't mind being a girl anymore. I just didn't wear normal bras. I always wore sports bras. So that was like the subconscious, I need to have a flat chest thing. I really came into my own. I was accepting of my sexuality by then. I was completely coming to terms with it. If people asked me, I didn't deny it, but I didn't say yes. So it's like, because I wanted to tell the whole world at one time instead of telling individual people. So I did. After it came out, people like eventually came up to me and said, like, we've known. Like, shut up. No, don't do that. Just don't tell people that, because it's like you're invalidating our coming out. And it's like, shut up. People just told me, like, yeah, we knew. So that's probably why I didn't get hate, because people just knew in the first place. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Yeah, a lot of friends, by my junior year, a lot of my friends knew at this point. Circle of friends I had, they all knew. Cool, whatever, yay. My mom took me shopping one day, and we went to the men's section. I got a whole bunch of, I got jeans, I got shirts, I got everything I wanted from the guys section. I felt so happy. I was just like, eventually I just came with the term that I'm a butch lesbian, and it's like, all right, that's basically kind of a dude-oriented lesbian or whatever you want to call it. So I was like, all right, cool, this works for me. I am all for this. I got I got like a few button-up shirts, got some ties, got some nice dress pants. I was on cloud 9. I looked fine as hell. And the first time I wore them to school, I was freaking out because I hadn't come out yet. And I'm just like, people are gonna think I'm gay. People are gonna think I'm gay. I'm gonna freak the fuck out. But I got some flannels. I just got, my whole wardrobe was no longer women's anymore. Whew, felt so much better. But coming out, I came out at the end of my junior year on June 3rd, 2013. Yes, I remember the exact date. And it was a Monday. It was the first Monday of that week. And the way I came out was through my English, AP English class, and it was a speech we had to write and give 3 pieces of advice. I think I already talked about this in other videos. I had all my hair chopped off. It was a lot longer than this, but it was like this. And I chopped all my hair off, and the Sunday before I went to school, I texted a photo of me in my new dress clothes, because I went shopping that weekend specifically for the speech, because you have to dress nice. And I took a picture in the mirror, texted it to my brother and my dad, and said, I like men's clothing, I like my hair short, I'm gay, love you, bye. Literally what the text said. My brother said, I've known for a while and I still love you, with a smiley face. And I was like, brother, thank you. My dad thought it was a joke, honestly thought it was a joke. He replied, ha ha. I'm just like, why is he laughing? And then he came, because he wasn't home, he was like away on a trip or something, and then he came back, my mom told him that it wasn't a joke, and he was like, oh. So he's thinking it's some big joke, and I'm just like, no, it's not. That was actually pretty funny, not gonna lie. When I told my mom, she's like, you did that? I was like, yeah. She's like, okay, that works too. But yeah, I came out in the speech, and that was it. I was so free. I felt so much better after that. You have no idea. I was able to wear whatever the hell I wanted. I was just able to be me to a certain degree. I was able to be the gay female me. The people that weren't in my, I wanted to come out to everyone. So when I got home, I put a big post on Facebook, got over 100 likes. Awesome, cool. Yes, I'm referring to my notes. We're on the back though, so that's good. Summer going into senior year. I had a serious romantic interest. We met actually the week before my speech, so she unfortunately saw me with long hair. Oh god, like I will honestly gonna puke. I cannot think of myself with long hair anymore. I had a serious romantic love interest that summer. We hung out quite often, and I actually told her, I think first out of everyone, that trans thing came back. Because now that I was dressing in the guy clothes that I wanted, and like I felt so masculine, I felt so much better. But then like the questioning of my gender identity really came into question that summer, and I told her about it, and she said, well, maybe you could just identify as like gender queer. She was okay with that. Like she was super supportive about it. And then I told my best friends, and then I told a few other people, blah, blah, blah. And after, yeah, like just after seeing myself in like a suit and short hair, I was like, I'm the person I want to be. But this feels really weird, so genderqueer was the first thing I could think of, so that's what I did. Everyone was super supportive. They were like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, they asked me some questions about like why I think this way, blah, blah, so it was all good. I identified as genderqueer until I found out what being trans was, so I was like maybe a month and a half. Then senior year came. Okay, I don't know if I'll be able to control my emotions for this. I can already feel myself starting to cry. My senior year of high school, my romantic love interest was Dick. Was a huge, huge dick to her. I was a huge dick because she had a family issue going on, and I guess I didn't respect that as much as I should have. And so I was a huge dick about it. And throughout the summer, like, we hung out quite often. And then towards the end, like maybe in August, I gave up. I walked away. Probably when she could have used someone the most. It was awful of me. And that is definitely like not my character. Because I'm a person that will stick by until the end. But I didn't do that to her. And that was really awful of me. But one day I saw her at Staples. And I was so, like, I freaked out. I was like, no, I can't see her, like, whatever. And I bolted down an aisle, but then when I got back to my car, I felt so awful. And I was just like, you know what, you just need to talk to her. And I texted her, and we started talking again. And yeah, and most of the time what happened that summer was that she felt as if I was using her to get over someone else I had feelings for, which was partially true. because I did develop real feelings for her, but at the same time I was getting over this other person. So yeah, that was partially true. That was not fair to her. She felt awful. The reason I know all this is because she told me later. After the Staples thing and telling her, like, just talking to her, I think I texted her and was just like, can we like sit down and talk? I really want to apologize for everything. And that's what we did. I went to her house and we sat on her front porch. It was super nice that day. Her front stoop, and I just apologized for everything. I told her how I was feeling. I just heard everything. And then she told me how she felt, and we were just back on track. Like, we were totally fine then. Her aunts were actually supposed to come in that day, and I was supposed to leave before then, but her mom invited me to go with them for a family dinner, and that's when everything just got a lot better and very flirtatious. Senior year, decided to start identifying as really like seriously genderqueer, even though I knew I was trans. And I emailed all my teachers and called me by a different name. It was a nickname, I guess, that I made up for myself that was appropriate for teachers to call me. My romantic interest became my girlfriend. Her close group of friends eventually became my group of friends, and then but I had a couple other group of friends, and I told our group and then a few other individuals about my feelings. And one of our friends was like, I don't see Vic as a girl anymore. Like, I really haven't for a while now. So it just made sense to everybody that I was a guy. Like, it just made sense. Being at school was difficult though, because bathrooms sucked. And just like going into the bathroom is just really difficult because it's like people stare and they're just like I'm sorry that if you're a trans person in high school right now, it really sucks, especially with the whole bathroom thing, especially if you're an FTM and you get Shark Week and my advice is to go in the middle of class and change whatever you need to in the middle of class, because that's when people are less likely to go in the bathroom, because it's the middle of class. And that's what I tried to do. And if this is what I did, is that when I went to a bathroom, I would listen first to hear if anyone was in there. And if I didn't hear anyone, I would walk in. That's not a foolproof plan because people can be really quiet, especially if they're at the mirror just doing makeup or something. So, and if you just have to go to the bathroom in general, same thing. Just use discretion when you go to the bathroom, so you feel comfortable and this, that, and the other. If you have a close teacher, like someone that you're actually really close to, try and ask them for the key to the teacher's restroom, because at my high school you need a key to get into the teacher's restroom, and they're gender neutral because it's like a teacher's bathroom. So if you have that, try and talk to that close teacher or something of that, or like go to the nurse, or like just like confide in someone your difficulties or your transitioning and whatever, and try to find a bathroom you're comfortable using. I also didn't want people to know, because I didn't know. Like, I kind of really just didn't know. I didn't know. I knew there was the sex change operation, but I didn't know there was hormones. I didn't know there was any of that. I didn't know there was clothing or props that you could use to appear more feminine or more masculine, depending on which transition you are. So I was so lost. Came out to my mom that year. Shopping went a lot better. I went shopping. Shopping just was so much better after that, after telling people and after telling my mom. So it was just a lot better. Okay, my senior year of high school, I had I always have special people in my life, but I had one specific person who was very special to me. And I think you know who I'm talking about. Yes, it's my girlfriend. It's the girlfriend I had at the time. She was totally accepting of everything. I changed my name like 6 times to test him out. She called me by any of them I asked her to. If we became intimate at some point, she respected my physical boundaries because of my self-consciousness about my body. She loved me regardless. That's all you can really ask of someone, especially when you're going through something like this, is that they meet you as the person you hate being, and then they love you regardless. Actually, like, are in love with you, like, not family love, but that's probably part of it too, but like, being in love is really fucking awesome. She liked me, like, had romantic feelings for me when I had long ass hair. Like, she identifies as bisexual, but still, it's just like, She liked me before, she liked me during, and she loved me during, and she loved me after. And it was just like, I hope people find someone like that and like don't let them go, because they will change your life forever. Like, she instilled so much confidence in me, because when we became intimate, like, I gradually became okay with her touching me in certain places, and it was just, I didn't worry anymore because I knew that she loved me anyway. And like, if you have someone like that, if it's just a friend or if it's actually someone like a partner, relationship or whatever, don't you dare let them go, because they are so they are something else. She made me feel so much better about myself. She always thought I looked attractive no matter what I was wearing. No matter like if it was in like boxers and a t-shirt, or like if I dressed up that day, or if I was just in my casual clothing. She always thought I looked great. She always thought that she thought I was like the most attractive person ever. Telling a trans person that you look attractive when you're trying really hard to become who you are is like, of course you're always gonna have doubts, because like you're not who you are yet physically, or like where you want to be. But like the fact that they think you're attractive, then just imagine what they'll think when you actually like transition. Like, that's ridiculous. And she just emotional. Whoa. But she changed my life. She changed my life. All for the better. All for the better. And we were in love. Like, we were so in love. I'm using past tense because we're no longer together. And I know I said don't let her go, but I didn't. But yeah. But the one thing I really don't like is that I really hope she doesn't think that she influenced my girlfriend's decision on breaking up with me. Like, and I bet she kind of does. Like, she like finally got through to her and like made her see the light, and that she shouldn't be dating me. It's like, it's not true. Someone you love is in love with someone and is happy with someone, and you are against it. Like, what are you doing? Like, that's so horrible. Especially, it's her mother. Her mother didn't like me. Her mother did not like me. She liked me as a person. She didn't like what I was going through. She did not want her daughter dating me. She did not approve of our relationship. And it's so hard because my mom loved her. Not the mom, but like my girlfriend. She loved her. She was like part of the family at my house, but like whenever I went over there, I wasn't like, I kind of just felt like her mom was always thinking, when are they going home? And that was really hard on her, my girlfriend and me. Like, I felt like I was being hated, but at the same time, it's like she has to live with her. Like, oh my god. She interfered with a few different things, like the Valentine's Day video. And she just interfered with so many different things. And it was just so hard. But I was not gonna fucking let her go, because she is worth it. She was like, I didn't care what her mom said, or even like anyone else who wasn't totally for a relationship. I didn't care what the fuck they said. I think she was worth it, and she was worth it. I fought. If you have somebody like that who's gonna support you before your transition, during, and after, like, don't you dare let them go. That was really it for senior year, was that I just gradually came to terms with myself, and I found out what everything was, and I got my first chest binder this summer going into college. And the funny thing is, my mom, like, she didn't buy the chest binder. She bought my first packer for winter break. She got me a packer. Or like, I bought it, like, I picked it out and I did everything, but she paid for it. Made me talk about senior year and how it was the best year of my life and how one person did all of this in so many good things for my life and all this, that, and the other, and you will get a very emotional fic. I came out as trans last semester in November, and my girlfriend at the time was super proud of me. She's like, you're finally becoming who you are, and I'm so proud of you, blah blah. She just understood, man. Like, she understood, and she was just like, you're finally becoming who you are. I'm so proud of you. Like, everything I did, no matter how minuscule or if it was like really big, she was always proud of me. She always believed in me. She always thought I could do anything. My mom told my brother and my dad for me, because that was just a conversation I couldn't have. My brother was confused, and my dad was just like, okay. Like, my dad's totally cool, but my brother was just like, what the fuck? So, got my first packer, and now to the present. I am finally going to therapy, not gender therapy. I'm actually going to start gender therapy in the summer, and maybe testosterone in the summer. I am in therapy for like mental health, and I've been hitting the gym so I can get these bad boys up to par. I have actually lost 15 pounds this semester because of all the working out. Finally becoming who I want to be, bitch. What's up? I am beyond happy and confident in myself now. Obviously there are days, probably like today, where I get emotional and I don't feel good and like everything just kind of sucks, but everyone gets those days and I get them eventually, and I get them from time to time. I cope with them a lot better than I used to. A lot of my anxieties are under control. But like I said, there are days where it's just like, oh my god, I am so anxious today. Like, there are too many things that, so yeah. But transitioning wise, I have a packer, I have a chest binder, and my mom called me up and said, we need to start you on therapy. I'm just like, I'm already in therapy. She's like, no, we have to get you to the gender therapist. And I was like my mom initiated that. She has started calling me by my chosen name. She's really trying, and it's so fucking awesome. I love my mom. That's where I'm at right now. And if you guys have any questions for me at all about transitioning, coming out, that's what this video was mainly about. I feel like I really didn't talk about it all that much. I feel like I just mainly talked about my life endeavors. I mean, they kind of go hand in hand. It's like, I understand if you are going through horrible things. I also hope you gain the confidence and blah blah. Yeah, if you have questions on coming out, if you have questions on discovering yourself, if you feel like you can we have the same story and you want to know how a little more detail on what I talked about, or anything, just ask. I'm totally cool with any questions you got, even about my junk. If you have questions specifically about transitioning and my personal transition or my body parts, I just ask that you ask in a nice and respectful way. That's it. I like this video because I showed a lot more emotion in this video than I have to probably people, because I don't cry in front of people. Subscribe, because I am going to stick to making videos. Last week was just a fluke, but I'm going to stick to making videos. And next week is spring break. And I'm getting together with my gender fluid friend, and we're gonna make some collab videos. So yeah, I think that's really all I have to say. I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope this video didn't trigger you, or if it did, I hope it didn't trigger you too much. And I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. And if you want any specific video topics, then shoot me a message. My Tumblr will be in the description. Ask box is always open, and I got your back. So see you guys next time.